Evening. Laid back one tonight, just chilling in bed. We got a question from Greece. Wow. I love your videos. I have a question about Bronzefield, please. How would the girls in there treat a long termer who has killed a child or baby treated by the inmates? Um, Good question. So they would not treat them very nicely. Literally, actually, let's do a sound check before I answer that. Galena, can you just let me know that the sound's good, please? I'm good, thank you, Jenny. I hope you're well. Oh, perfect. So, hi, Grace. That's mad. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, everyone. I'm good, thank you, Stacey. I hope you're well. So yeah, so if they go into main block, so you have like what's called a privilege wing, in most jails. Hey, Lucy. Do you know what? I'll just let people pop in and say hello before I answer the question. Hey, Loz. I'm good, thank you. Happy. I hope you're well. So, guys, I've already had a good question. So, someone from Greece, as we always say, shout out to Greece or wherever you guys are from. Hi, Emily, and I know who you are now, so I won't ignore you. Sorry. Um, yeah. So, how would someone in Bronzefield get treated if they was a long, like life, like basically a life or a long term person who had killed a child or anything baby related? So, as oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you're liking them. Evening armchair. Hope you're well. So basically, there's like in every well, I can't say every prison, but I'm pretty sure there is. There's like a what they call a privilege wing or a protection wing, and basically they get, and then you got like what you call is like main block. So it's like all different mix of people on main block. So if they land up on main block, they're gonna get a hard time. They're likely to get beaten up. They're likely to get beaten up, or yeah, if they'll get hulls and hulls of abuse, they'll get threats and everything until they come off the wing. um but literally that if they but then normally they just go straight onto like a privilege wing, so they're just, or like what they call a protection wing, so no one will touch them on there, so they get quite protected by the prison basically. Can I ask a strange question? How do people with disabilities get treated? Do they do on VP wing or main? Um, so there's disability cells, which are a lot bigger. So it depends on disabilities and what do you mean? Because there's obviously all different kind of disabilities. There's disabilities to the point where you've got like a wheelchair, um, or there's disability where you might have a learning disability, in that kind of aspect. So either way, if it's like a wheelchair, there's cells there. They call them like disability disabled cells, physical and learning. Um, so people actually will kind of look out for you. To be fair, um, and do you mean by officers or prisoners or both? I'll answer it by prisoners. So yeah, so you don't get picked on because you've got learning or like physical or learning disabilities. If anything, like there's women in there, even in Samantha, like there's women in there that are in wheelchairs, and they get like what's like a bigger cell, so the wheelchair and stuff can fit in. And if anything, like the girls will look out for them more, like the prisoners will look out for them more. And even with learning disabilities, it's kind of the same. Like you don't get, it's not like school, like you get picked on if you're different, and that kind of bullying. The only kind of bullying really that goes on is more when you're like vulnerable and stuff. Let me just up a bit. Oh, it slopes down. It's more when you're like, yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, I was just reading another comment. I've lost my trail of thoughts now. So yeah, the bullying is more if you come across vulnerable and they think you're weak and they can take from you and stuff like that. Would you like to work in a prison, Fran? I know you did as a prisoner, but I mean now. Um, Good question. I would to help women because obviously I'd have a much better understanding, but I don't think I could put up with it. Like we're hard work. Even behaved prisoners are hard work. Um, and I think I would be. I don't know. You know, if I saw stuff going on, I don't think I'd be able to hold back. So I don't think it's something that would suit me, if that makes sense. Especially knowing how corrupt officers are and how officers can actually bully women more than what prisoners bully women. How many hours are prisoners in their cell every day in the privilege wing? Shame that child killer's got bloody privileges. So, right, so where she is, she will still have the same lockup time. The only privilege she's got is that she won't get her head kicked in on that wing, and she's got a shower in her room. That's the only privilege that she has. There's no different. But where I was in Sen, these two wings don't exist as I yeah, you know that you definitely give a thumbs up to them getting beaten up. Um so when I lived in Sens, they've condemned the two wings, but we was allowed out till 10 p.m. 7 nights a week. But on the main block where the other girls lived, they was locked up. Like weekends, they'd be locked up at like I think it's about 5 o'clock, something like that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I can be calming, and I'd have a very good understanding as well. Hi, Caroline. Hope everyone's well. I'm about Lucy Letby. Yeah, not. So we were just in the comments. They were asking, just saying that she gets privilege. We're not. The topic's not about Lucy Letby. It's just literally a free for all. I do every Monday night. So you guys can ask me any questions you like. A bit of one-on-one interaction. So feel free to ask. I'm looking forward to you coming on tomorrow night, Ginge. It's going to be really good. Tomorrow night we've got Ginge on, and I was in prison with her. We actually met in prison, but she lived up like on the main block, so she's got a lot more story. She saw a lot more corruption firsthand than what I did, like officer wise and stuff like that. So it's going to be really interesting. What size? What size shoe am I? How do first timers cope? They They struggle. A lot of girls really, really struggle. The first couple of weeks is the most toughest time. But you'll be surprised. I mean, doing random questions. Sorry, what size shoe am I? I'm a 6.5, actually, to be precise. Um, so yeah, so like I done the job where you meet and greet the girls when they come in, and I saw all different kind of women. You know, ones away from their kids, just one's absolutely petrified, like 19 years old, absolutely like shitting themselves. But within a couple of weeks, their character comes out, they settle, and then they realise like it's not as scary as what you think it is. But I think the first 48 hours are the worst for anybody, absolutely anybody that's never been to prison. Why did you ask what shoe size I was? A very random question. No, it wasn't for Lucy Letby. It's for someone who's currently on remand in there, due to be sentenced next week. Oh, right, okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about Lucy. Yeah, so literally, if they're on house block 4, oh God, why can't I talk? One day back at work and I'm knackered. House block 4, the only privilege she's gonna get is she's gonna have a shower in her cell. That's it. Oh yeah, UK 6.5. That is correct, Samantha. Prison terrifies me, but would like to see inside one, but wouldn't want to stay the night. Mate, go on a visit. To be fair though, the visits are quite. They do them really well. They do them like really chilled and laid back, like, and they make it like kid friendly. Well, unless there's a sex offender on the visit. I'll have a bit. I'll have a bit of one on with you. I'm looking forward to it too. I used to always try make 'em welcome the newbies. I'm quite bubbly, and Fran was great. What she done? Oh, thank you. How can you go on a visit? Just start writing to one of them. Start writing to someone in prison, and then ask to go and visit them. There's actually oh, I don't know if you can do it. I know like the chaplaincy have visitors go and visit people that have no family and friends because some of the girls used to have visits. So I don't know if it's something you could look at online. Star was a different setup to other jails, so I'm curious about the others. Oh, really? So I take it you was in Star then. You can go to Shrewsbury Prison. It's closed now, but they do tours and other stuff there. Desperately seeking prison pen pal. Do you know what you should write? You can do the ones in America, can't you? You can just go online and you can write to the ones in America, and it's so cheap. You can do because like the guy on death row that we when we message on the messenger thing, you can message like 24 hours a day, and it's like five cents or something a message. It's so cheap compared to over here. I'm not desperate. Fair enough. So yeah, if you want a prison pen pal, you can always write to ones in America. At least you're safe when they get out. It is intriguing. To be fair, I always knew I'd get caught anyway. In the end, I always knew that, but I always did sort of wonder, and you always wonder if it's like the movies and stuff like that. But it's really not. Really, really not. Oh yeah, because you still know loads of the girls that are still inside, don't you, Ginge? How do you get their prison number to write to them in the first place, though, please? So it. Oh, hi, Nicole. Hope you're well. So if you haven't got it and you've got no one in contact with them, if you write to the prison they're in, and you just write their first name and surname, and obviously the prison address on there, it will actually eventually get to them. And then when they write back to you, they have to put their prison number on there. A bit controversial, Fran, but what's your position on men in women's prisons? Do you know what? So one of my very, very good friends, was a man, and she actually had the sex change in prison. And if they were all like that, I'd be all for it. But she was one out of all of them that, you know, they were either sleeping with girls or there was a man that raped women. Sorry, I should say, should I sexually assaulted women. Um, that had got sent to prison for it, then got to be in a female prison. I don't agree with that. I think that if your crime is um SA against a female, then no way in the world should you be allowed in a female prison. You don't do that to a woman and then get to pretend you want to be a woman. Um yeah, I've got nothing against transgenders at all. It's just they just there's a mockery for it in prison. Style was my home. It's converted orphanage, so there are old houses for most of the girls, then two wings and a smaller unit for those who need. Bloody hell! I loved her. She got transferred from. Oh, yeah, she was mint, wasn't she, Gin? She's the most genuine one. Never ever tried to hit on women, but all the others, they slept with the girls and stuff. The amount things I saw in Sen are women kicking off. I also was in Downview as well. Oh, yeah, because I've only ever done 4 days in Downview, and that was years ago. But I heard that it's like more gang, like more fighting and stuff in there. Yeah, and then and then Victoria slept with a girl that looked like a boy that was supposed to be gay. That was the most bizarrest thing. So this dude that wanted to be a woman, dressed like a woman, done the whole shebang as well, ended up sleeping with a girl that was a lesbian that looked like a boy. That was that blew my mind. That did absolutely blew my mind on J Wing. Do you remember Ginge? I love people watching and loved visiting my partner when he went to prison. The things you see in the waiting room was amazing. Yeah, I can imagine the houses are communal living. Yeah, now you said that, Loz, that actually rings a bell. If you ever want to share your story on here, just drop me a line. Yeah, she was lush, always there for emotion as well. Yeah, nah, she was a top bird. Mate, people appreciate it. If you've got no friends or family on the outside writing to you or no contact, and then you see all these other girls going on visits and stuff and etc., either turn lesbian for the come. There is women in there. She was with Graham Knight. And yeah, I remember totally. Oh yeah, yeah. Hi Candy. How did I end up on how did I end up on Sean Atwood's channel? I used to do Jail Mail just to have letters run. You're freezing, babe. Huh? I used to do Jail Mail just to have letters run. Oh, am I freezing? What about now? Joking. Have I frozen? Hello? Oh. Fuck's sake, Ginge. Stop blaming me for your shit. Armchair, did you mean Sean Atwood? Oh, obviously. I'm guessing so, so I'll answer it anyway. So when I come out of prison, I was saying to my brother, oh, cool. All right, okay. You can all hear me now, yeah? No, so when I got out of prison, I wanted to do something. All the girls were saying that because what set it off was all the girls in prison. I used to always hear them saying, "Oh, before I come to prison, I was googling it. There's nothing to prepare you for prison." So so I was like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna think of something. And then I was speaking to my brother about it. Oh, good. I was speaking to my brother, and he was like, "Listen, you need to watch Sean Atwood because my brother's quite a fan." And then he was like, "You need to do YouTube," and he was like, "Just drop him an email." So I dropped him an email, and then yeah, and then we've like spoken ever since. Me and Sean. He's the only big person that I've done a podcast with. I done one on Corinne's, the true crime whisperer, but I don't put myself out there for anybody else. Hey Robert. I love Sean. I got a lot of love for Sean. Even when I needed a bit of advice and stuff. Flying around. Like need advice and stuff like that. Like he's always been on the end of the phone. Oh, thank you. I know I've got a couple of other little bits that I need to edit. So it's been a little bit on the back burner with the Death Gut Road guide just because I'm doing some stuff with editing. So you guys don't have to keep listening to the 15-minute call thing. Like 15 every 15 minutes it does that voice recording thing. So it's long and it's annoying. So there'll be some more work coming out. Do you know if Stacey Johnson's subject to the 2017 executions if he got his DNA test? I don't know. You should definitely do James English podcast. He's amazing, and defo would have you. Do you know what? I'm not. Do you know what? First of all, because everyone kept saying to me about going on there, but like I've always been team outward, and I've no, I don't remember. I haven't seen the documentary. And I actually been watching some of his stuff, and I actually like him. I do like the way he interviews and stuff like that. But I'm not really looking to put myself out there. To be honest, I'm just looking to focus on my own channel. You see it flying around. That's annoying the hell out of me. Sorry. Um, I know, but I could just see it in the background. I could see it flying around a minute ago. I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, yeah, I'm not. Maybe if they reached out to me, but I'm not reaching out to anybody. Not because I think I'm great or anything like that. I just literally want to focus on my channel, and I have got some potential things coming up as well, like not with podcasts. Would you ask Gypsy Rose if she would appear on your channel? Mate, yeah, obviously I would, but she's fucking huge. She ain't gonna come on my channel. She's someone, if she's gonna go on anyone's channel, it'd be like Sean Atwood or something like that. Yeah, so I did the oh, so are you on about the live I done with Sean? Because I done my story on Sean Atwood's podcast like just under 3 years ago. But so he what happened was, yeah, because I remember doing the night I was on about 750 subs, and I said to my mate, "Let's do a video about Lucy Letby. Let me let's tell them how it really is going to be for her behind bars, because everyone's going to have this like, everyone's going to have this like perception of what her life's going to be like. Let's say it exactly how it is." And that video got me nearly 1,000 subscribers. Then I did a live with Sean Atwood about it, and I think he had like we had 200 and on his channel, 220 odd thousand views, and I think from that I got over 1,000 subs as well. And then everything I've done, it's literally my own work. Um, because I think when I first done my podcast with Sean, I got about 300 subscribers, and then other than the live I've done with him, everything I've done has literally been my own work. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Oh, Joanne, sorry, Joanne. I was watching one of your videos and you were walking on a beach. What beach was it? Um, is that from the other day, Emily? If it was, that was in Southampton, but that was just like but it was by the port bit. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Hang on, so we got a Joanne and a Joanna now. I'm getting well confused. Oh, that's all right, Lisa. It's just a free for all. It's just my Monday night free for all. It's a Q&A for you guys to ask anything you want. Are you worried about ever going back inside? Um, I am not scared to go in prison at all. Like literally, I'm not scared to go back to prison. I have no fear, especially now knowing I know what to expect, how to, how to be and whatnot. I'm scared to hurt my family again and my friends. I'm scared to be away from them again. But I'm not worried. I don't look over my shoulder or think, oh my God. Sometimes I think, God, like if I go out for a drink, if something kicks off, like if someone was to start on my friend and we're all drunk, I'm gonna get involved because that's how I am. So that can be worrying. But then you just don't put yourself in that situation. I don't really go out. I can't be asked with it. I'm too old now. Um, so yeah, I'm not worried really. Oh, oh, people are getting timed out. I'm missing that. Our programs the prisons have to offer actually applicable to a life of an ex-con? Some. So For me, prison was really good. The courses and stuff that I'd done on self working on myself are really, really good. The If you're talking like about get like if so it depends really what you mean. So obviously programs there's stupid little programs and stuff you do, which is like alcohol awareness and all that kind of stuff. It's pathetic. I don't even know. It's like they're putting things out for kids at school to do literally. But if you're serving a bit of time and you want to better yourself and you want to change your life and stuff, then they do have good stuff to offer. And also, if you do your roles, there's jobs that you can get into a job, and these people will offer you work when you come out of prison as well. So they do give you a good chance, but it's only if you want it. If you don't want it, then it's down to the prisoner, not necessarily the prison. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got nearly 4 years for stealing men's underwear. Everyone's gone quiet now. I'll just sit here in silence. When you get a job out of prison on rolls, do you get proper wages? You so you get a proper wage, but the prison take 40% of it. Yeah, they were really dirty. Yeah, I don't know if am I freezing? Hi, David. I thought your 4 years was for sniffing the bike seats for. No, why are you telling everybody? You said that was going to be our little secret. What was better about prison than secondary school? Fucking everything. I hated school. 4 years. What, in a wagon full of men's undies? Yes, it was the other day. I thought it was Southampton. I used to live there. Oh, what? Oh, really? What, before you went away? I'm guessing so. I'm dying here. Dirty boxers. It just does it for me. Hi, Sniper. Yeah, school. Nah, I was never a fan of school. Well, if I said, yeah, if I said I like school, I'd be an absolute liar. Dickhead. Yeah, that's me. I really like the granddad pants too. Do you think some people expect? Do you think some people expect you attract trouble? Um, I'm not. Do people think I attract trouble? Is that what you mean? Sorry, Julie. I'm a bit feeling a bit special on that one. All good, thank you. Hope you're too. Doing very well here. Love the lives. Hugs to your mum. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. That means a lot when everyone always asks about mum and stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to just do a bit more work on here. I'll do this full time and never have to work properly again. Well, work properly on this and supporting women, but not for someone else. My ex lives there, Southampton. I went there for a couple of months ago. Do you remember Nikki? Nikki Martin? Nikki Martin. I remember a Nikki, but I don't remember. Are we talking about the same Nikki? Hope your mum's having a blessed day too, Fran, always. Oh, thank you, Tease. That does mean a lot. Thank you. No, I don't attract trouble. I don't think I attract trouble. Or I am trouble. Trouble's my middle name. Robert, what is the process you go through from the moment you're found guilty to entering prison? God, so how many years? I've done 3 years. I served 3 years, 8 months behind bars. So you're in the courtroom. You get sentenced. You go back down to there's a holding cell. So you're sat there. So not only do you get sent, well, I mean, to be fair, I was lucky on my actual sentencing because I had Aussie flu, so I had a video link, so I was well lucky. But what would happen is you go down to a holding cell, which is like a cell, but it's even worse because it's just like a wooden bench. It's really, really uncomfortable. And then you're sat there. If you get sentenced at 10 in the morning, you could be sat there till 5:30 when the court shuts. Then you got to travel to whatever prison they're taking you to. So you got to sit there for God knows how many hours waiting, wondering what the hell's like going on. What's prison going to be like? Then you could be traveling an hour, half hour, 2 hours to whatever prison you're going on the prison bus. That's more horrific. Just your mind going over and over and over. You then get into prison. You come off the bus. You go straight away. For me, I went into a little room. You get your picture taken. Your ID card gets made, and then you go through to the reception. You get put in a holding room with other girls that have come in from different courts, different areas. You get a 5-minute phone call. You're getting waiting to be processed. That can be anything from, if you're really lucky, half hour, 45 minutes, up to 4 or 5 hours. You can be sat in that room waiting to go to your cell, and then they take you to a cell, lock you in, see you later, deal with it in the morning. Um, how hard is it to get a job? To get a okay job after release? I've been bouncing around for a job for years, or is it just here in America? Are you in America? So it can be tough, but the company that I'm with now, they originally didn't want me because I'd been to prison. Then they reached out a year and a half later, and then I went from an assistant manager within a year up to a branch manager. So it's just finding someone that will give you a second chance, and then it's about you working your ass off to prove yourself, and make them like see that you was worth the chance, and then you can progress. But other people, it's not so easy. Other people aren't strong minded. You've got to believe in yourself massively and have confidence and just get whatever. I got a shit paid job. I traveled an hour, sometimes just over an hour, just to get to work, and then back again for a year and a half. But then the door opened for me, and now I work like 10 minutes from home. So it's just about doing that shitty bit in the beginning. I had 3 Nickies. It's the one I was with over a year tattooed down my arm. She broke my heart again 2 months ago. Fucking 3 Nickies. At least you can't balls the name up. I don't know which one you're on about. So I'm thinking of Blonde Nikki. I think that's the only Nikki I know that I done rapped with. I actually haven't spoke to her today, to be fair. I think she did message me. I haven't got back to her, so that's my fault. But I just do Monday nights. I just do on my own, so it's just a bit of one-on-one interaction with you guys. I'm sorry. Do you want me to get her on? We normally do Sunday night. Me and Corinne do every Sunday night together, and then we're gonna do some Wednesdays when we haven't got stuff booked in. This Sorry, Wednesday. We do every Sunday, and we take turns on each other's channel, and then we're going to do some Wednesdays as well. But this Wednesday I've got the ex-prison officer coming on. So what are the rules in prison? Don't steal, don't lie about your crime, um pay your debts. It's just all the basic rules, the same as outside really. So when you went on lockdown in Send because of COVID, how long were you on lockdown before you were able to go back out to work? I wasn't, Emily. I wasn't. I done 11 months in lockdown, and I was released before it came out of lockdown. Apparently, Rose West once had a pet budgie in prison. What are the rules about pets in prison? Yeah, that is true. I knew lifers that used to have budgies as pets. They don't have it anymore. Bronzefield did have dogs come in now and again, and they were building a thing, so they were going to have kennels and stuff. So the lifers were allowed to look after dogs, but I don't really know what happened with that. I don't think it actually happened. But no, no pets except for the rats that run around, um, that live there. I'm not talking about just prisons, I'm talking about real rats. They're not pets, but that you'll see loads of them running around prisons. Would you say it was 3 long years, or did it go quick? Do you know what, Lisa? It actually went quite quick. The longest, even in lockdown, that actually still went quite quick. The longest bit of my sentence was the first 8.5 months on remand. That felt like 2 years, but the rest of my sentence actually really did go quick. Wow, so the whole process could take up to 8 hours before you're in your prison cell. That's mad, I know. And that's a lot of sitting in your own freaking head if you've never been to jail before. Oh my God. I get cast aside as soon as they see 13.5 years in HMP. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, thank you, Sophia. I would do your full heart, but I'm holding my selfie stick with the other hand. I'll have to catch Sean's story. That's where I saw you. So interesting, but not watched his story. I know he was a racer. Sean's story's actually really good. I watched it before. No, I did think that I was like a racer, but his story's good, a raver. So he was more out. I'm not even going to spoil it. Watch it. I watched his story before I went on his channel because I wanted to know his story, obviously. But yeah, he was out in the clubs all the time, but that's where he made his money. No, she's irrelevant. You can't say you've been to jail for 5 months. Oh yeah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, she's irrelevant. No, I'm joking. She's a good egg. It'll be interesting having him out ex-prisoner. I know. I'm so excited, Samantha. So excited. Guys, check out the link that GDB Sounds has posted in the comment section. It's our Facebook page. So if you guys want to reach out to us, if you want to come on a live, or if you want to share your story anonymously, please drop us a message and we'll get back to you straight away. It'll be Glenna that messages you back, and then she'll set up a group chat between us three, and then we can sort something out from there. But yeah, I'm so excited to even just have an prison officer on here. Like, how mad's that going to be? And I want to know it from the other side, and like, how much corruption did they see? Like, I bet they heard and saw probably more than. I can't get comfortable. Sorry, guys, my face. Yeah, they probably saw and heard a lot more than what we did. And like, do they turn a blind eye to stuff? Yeah, men have them too. I was at 25 Cromwell Street 2 weeks before termination. Oh, my ex did life and he has worked so hard since coming out. He's top of his game now, totally straight. We spent 9 wonderful years together. He's proof you can turn your life around. I'm really glad to hear that, Caroline, and we can. That this is my point as well of being on here. Um it's not just about making it's a mixture of stuff. It's supporting women that are facing prison or come out of prison that are struggling, making women aware of what prison's really like, showing that people can change. Not everyone's scum, not everyone deserves a second chance. You're welcome, Sniper. Oh, do they tease? Yeah, I know in some prisons they do have pets, the Fatore story. Hmm. And there is a lot, and I mean a lot of holes in Sean Atwood's stories. Do you know what? Everyone's allowed their own opinion. I got love for him, so I can't have anyone speak badly of him. But you are entitled to opinions, and I'm sure the thing is the more subscribers I get, the more people will chat that sort of stuff about me as well. Um, but again, if you might have watched loads of stuff, loads of like different podcasts on Sean, I haven't. I've literally just watched one before I come out, and that's it. So you might see something that I don't. All I know is I've met him genuinely, as a person. We're still in contact even up till last night. And he just seems like a really nice, genuine guy. And he's, like I said, I'm a nobody. He doesn't have to be on the end of the phone and help me out if I've needed advice on something or whatever. So you said the person next to you was that married, the one who Oh yeah, whose fellas burnt the house down, killing all the kids. I think she changed her name, but did she ever talk about what happened? Yeah, she changed her name to Lulu. Not to me, no. And I can't honestly say any I heard any of the girls ever speak about anything that she said, to be honest. No, I can imagine he won't hold nothing back. That's why I'm excited. He seems like a really nice guy as well. Missed a bit about where you said about having a PO on. Is it one you already know? No, it's not. Samantha, appreciated as always, hooked this one up, so I'm really grateful to Samantha. Um, he worked in a male prison, so it's going to be really interesting. Well, nearly. I've got a tag on in a minute. Oh God, how long have you got left of your tag? I'm in prison now. Are you? No, I'm not even going to ask you what prison you're in. Actually, I'm not even going to bait you out if you're telling the truth. You might even be someone I know. It was just what you said about getting a job. It's tough, but he smashed it. Tugged my heartstrings. Oh, no, you should be proud of him, which I'm sure you am. You am? You are. I'm late. Hi, Sophie. It's just a free for all tonight, so you've not missed anything. No, do you know what? Not a lot of people are a fan of her. A lot of people have said they stopped watching. A guy at my work, he's always been a massive fan of his, but he stopped since she went on. Um, I think, you either like it's just everybody is like, I'm not for everybody. Like I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Um, like literally. So she's just not a lot of people's cup of tea. But then a lot of people absolutely love her. Yeah, I think they should, Robert. I think they should do that. I mean, Downview's got a transgender wing now, so they certain. The only thing is there's only certain amount of cells, so they need to make more. And I think until they've actually had the sex change, then that's when they should interact with the other women. And about it's not about anything to do with, because someone transgender might watch this and go, ah, you're anti it, blah blah blah. No, I'm not. One of my good friends in there was transgender, but that was one out of probably at least 10 that I crossed paths with that mocked the system. And if they sleep with women, how is that right? Is there anything you miss about prison now that you're out? My little prison family, no responsibilities. There's no responsibility in prison. Like, you don't have bills, you don't have to worry about, getting up obviously you have to go to work, but you don't work the amount of hours you work now. Um, Literally, it's it's weird to explain, but there's quite a few things I miss about prison. It took me a couple of years to get over it, but at the same time, I'd never, ever, ever want to go back. Never, unless I'm doing a talk in the prison. But I don't miss it that much to ever like wish myself back there. I got out from Sen just after the prison went on lockdown. I moved to Kent to ESP. Oh, you were lucky, Emily, because I can't remember if you went before I um I got out. I thought you were still there for some reason. I'm good, thank you, blessings. I hope you're well. The one thing I don't like about Sean interview is Sean constantly looks away over the other side, wig the room away from the person interviewing, like he's not interested. I've never noticed that, to be fair. I feel like I'm gonna have to go and have a look. I've got till April the 13th. Oh, not too far though. Oh, shout out to Canada. God, we've got everybody in here tonight. Same friend, I've stopped watching it. Oh shit, sorry, I pressed buttons. Same, I've stopped watching it since you joined. You might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you're my glass of whiskey. I love that, Samantha. Thank you. I am people do not realize when you're doing life for murder. When you get day release. He did 14 years behind high security before that. You have to go back every night. S- Was that it? Oh, I've got something to ask you. I'll message you on Instagram later. Oh, oh, hang on. What's going on with my messages? Did you just delete that, Glenna? Oh, what's going on here? I was reading something and now a shitload of messages. Someone just said they were gonna message me on Instagram. Have you just timed them out, Glenna? What happened? I was reading something and then all of a sudden loads of messages disappeared. Where the hell was I? What's happened here? Right, sorry. It just went mad then. I've got something to ask you, but I'll message you later on Instagram. You might not be able to help. Okay, no worries, Sophie. Just give me a shout after I did time my 80s in Canada. Oh, wow. I bet it's different anyway, full stop, in Canada in comparison to over here, but in the 80s. And how long did you do, Howard? I've not been able to get a job as I was in for arson related charges. Oh shit, that's can't even get basic new for all contents insurance. That's, do you know what, Loz? I was speaking to this guy and he he does a lot of work now. He was in prison. His name's Paul something, I can't remember his name, and he works for Iceland's, not actually as like an employee, as in they took him on because um they employ ex-prisoners or rottle prisoners. They really want to help, and he said that they can't take on people with child offences or arson. It's mad, like, because that's bad. Like, that does screw you up for getting jobs. Every job you go for, you have to tell the employer about your offence and any new partner. That goes to a few weeks, and we are talking for years now. Then months, then 12 months until you don't report. No, I did it. I got knocked back from so many jobs by being honest, and this is the only, and this is the only my own personal opinion. But I think that is not. Oh, I'm not even going to read that out. Okay, yeah, I'm not. I'm going to ignore that because I don't want to go down. That's like I said, I got a lot of love for Sean. So, and again, everybody, no matter what it is entitled to their opinion. But I'm not going to read that out. I know Glenna's like a little whippet in the car, wasn't she? I was reading messages and all of a sudden it went all mad and I lost my place. Thank you, Sniper. Some weirdos put. I've not even seen the comments. I've missed it all. Have I- Yeah, I'm good now. Now I'm not going to be able to unsee it though, tease. Who is the worst prisoner you've come across and why? So, offence. That's got to be. I don't even know her name. To be fair, didn't even know till a prison officer. She used to sit me in her office and read off people's P nomices. Because there was one woman I didn't even know she was a prison officer. I got caught smuggling drugs in. She was on my wing opposite, but there's this woman. She had made her own children do stuff. And used to make them eat dinner off the floor. So she'd like I don't know, whatever, spaghetti bolognese on the, like, carpet, well, obviously the wooden floor would be a carpet, and make them get on all fours and eat it like a dog. I don't care if you're bi, straight, gay, lesbian, transgender, cat, mouse, or a fox. I just don't like it when they abuse the system to suit their own lives. I know, I know. That's my problem. That's my problem, is they literally do abuse it, and then they prey on vulnerable girls as well and stuff like that, and it's just wrong. Why though? Why put rubbish on the channel? Must be sad lives they live. I watch because it's interesting. I know, but it's just weird people. They're so bitter and twisted. Um, and literally, they just got to send hate. They hate themselves so much that they got to project that on other people or weirdness. Is the gender transgender debate a big topic in female prisons in UK? Does anyone use the term? I've never heard that term before. Um, it's not a. I wouldn't say it's a big debate. You'll have girls talk about it, 100%, definitely, and just say that it's wrong. Um, Short time, only 7 months, but it changes you. Yeah, because the thing is you say 7 months is a short time, but I can say my 3 years, 8 months was a short time in comparison to someone that done 16 years. So 7 months is still a long time, really. Oh, what's happened? You've done it again. Hang on a minute. I don't know where I was. I don't. Oh, it keeps skipping. Sorry, guys. It's where my mod is bang on it, and then it keeps throwing me back. Is it frozen? I'll just see someone say. I don't think people. I don't think people who has things that drug problems should be in the same prison as murderers, etc. It's all evil. People on drugs are unwell and made mistakes. Yeah, no, Sophie, I, I agree. I agree with you to an extent. The thing is like, because I say like I don't, I shouldn't. It's not so much I shouldn't have to live with an essay like on a child. Um, like someone that's done that to a child and stuff, but it's a privilege they get. And I think people that are on drugs need to go into rehab. And I've heard some horrific stories that their own dads have done to them as kids, and that's why they're on drugs. People don't understand or know people's stories as to why they got there. Um, and I think there should be different. You should that they used to have like lifer wings, and I think that the wrong ones should be put on a separate wing, and I think there should be different sections of the prison. Definitely. Thank you, Howard. I'm a big softie, really. The recent one who killed a cat and a man, they claim to be transgender. Do we know if they are in Bronzefield? I don't know actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. 7 days is like 7 months. 7 months is like 7 years. I moved the day after my birthday in November. I think we start going back out to work about March time or April. I started working for a garden company called Lee's Castle in Kent. Oh, nice. You did always like the gardening, didn't you, Emily? Um, you did enjoy that. So it's good you was doing something you enjoyed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't I'm just trying to think. No, I don't think they went back out because Ron, obviously he was still there when I left, and she didn't go back out to work. Or did she? I can't remember. Trans exclusionary feminist. It's what people sometimes call J.K. Rowling. Thanks for answering. Oh, did we do a course together in Send? Mm, I don't know. Did we do a course together? Was you? Yeah, you come on the course just as I a few weeks before I was coming off, didn't you? I think I remember now because it was making you come out of your shell. Have you got kids, if you don't mind me asking? No, I don't have any children. I have about 8 godchildren, but no kids. They used to press the flowers in prison when the flowers used to get sent in when they in the books. Do the officers turn a blind eye when attacks take place on sex offenders? Uh, y- yeah, I think they. I think one they that happened in Send, I think they'll give it like a minute or two, and then it has been. I've heard stories like in male prisons from ex male prisoners that the officers will just turn a blind eye. They'll give you a couple of minutes and then they'll hit the buzzer. Am I on methadone? Or I'm not on anything. I'm not currently a user. Like I'm an ex-addict, but not I'm not on anything. What you're on no, I am a lesbian. Broke my heart watching your friend having to leave her kids for so long. There should be some other way for non-violent crimes. It's the children who suffer more and not fair on them. Yeah, 100%, Joanne. Like, there has to be some form of punishment. You can't commit crimes and not have consequences. But I think when it's a low sentence crime, that it's a madness, and they have opened. Do they call it? What have they called it? Okay, now what have they called the house they've opened? It's not a halfway house, is it? I can't remember what it's called. But basically, women can go there instead of prison. They still have the same regime, like they can't go out, they can't do things that like other prisoners can't do, but they can have their children, and they try and rehabilitate you more and stop you losing your home and all that sort of stuff, which I think is really good. They need more of them, but the short sentences are ridiculous. The consequences of sending someone away for 3 months, they lose their kid, their home, then they're in and out of prison for God knows how long. God, tonight's gone well quick. Have I frozen again? Everyone's just gone quiet now. We've got a couple of more minutes, guys, if you guys want to ask any more questions before I shoot off. No, someone asked if I had a boyfriend. So I was like, no, I'm a lesbian. I think there is a centre in Southampton for mums and children. Yeah, I know they've not long opened one. I'm sure it is Southampton actually, because I remember a prison officer showing showing me a leaflet and telling me about it when I was inside during lockdown. My daughter lives with my abuser. She's only 2. I phoned social services and they said just because he hurt you don't mean he'll hurt anyone else. Wow, she's been there with his mum since she was a wee baby. That's messed up. How's that even a thing? Because that just baffles me, that kind of stuff. And other people, they'll shout at their kids and then have social services involved for life. Fran, is there a law against meeting ex-prisoners you met inside? A law? No. What do you mean? Like I can go back and visit. For example, Bronzefield. I went to visit my mate in there, but I had to write to the prison and get permission to meet them. But I can go and meet any ex-prisoner I want now. That's an ex-prisoner. How did you get off methadone? I've been on it for years. When was the last time you checked the tread on your car tyres? Huh? Why has it all gone? Sorry, got to split family stuff later. See you later, Loz. Thank you for joining. If you're both out now, no, not at all. Not unless your probation officer has got some involvement. So let's say that I had a partner, we committed a crime together, and my probation officer thinks that I was influenced by someone, um, and then they can say in my license that I'm not allowed to have any involvement with them. I'm really sorry to hear that, Sophie. I just think that's mad. Absolutely mad. Who you like to podcast with? Who you like to podcast with? High profiles. I like podcasting with anybody, high profile or not high. uh I'm well confused. Hang on a minute. Let me just. Sorry, should say would. Would. Oh yeah, of course. I'd love to. Oh God, yeah. Well, not. I don't. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to somebody that's done stuff to kids. Like not that kind of high profile. How Todd's casually treated in prison. He killed a young child, Olivia, but she got caught in the crosshairs due to a gang war in Charlotte, Liverpool. He will probably get messed up. Men are a lot worse, Kerry. They're a lot more violent than what women are, and yeah. And the thing is, as well, if this in Liverpool, there's always someone that knows someone, and they'll know that family that lost the kid. And trust me, he will end up getting a beating. I think he might get a few, especially in the men's prison. And I'm scared if I keep phoning social, they'll stop talking to me full stop like they do. Like his parents that's complaining to them. Yeah, I can't imagine, like, I don't even know. I don't even have any advice on that sort of stuff because I don't have children. So I don't know. I would, yeah, I wouldn't be a really good person to be able to even give you any advice on that. I'm like really sorry. Like I just say, just don't give up. Um, just do the best you can do to be there for your little one. Um, yeah, the guys don't mess around, Howard. Yeah, but that's the problem with the prisons is they do all these people do these mad offences and they all get like protected. She's been to prison. Oh wow. Well, Ginge, yeah, just do I know him, Ginge? Hi, you're welcome, Sophie. You're welcome. It's a good little group we get in here, so you're welcome in any time. Do I know him, Ginge? No, I'm gonna shoot off in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna try and stick to doing an hour on a Monday. Again, thank you, Glennar. As I discussed, anyone wants to chat with us in person, then the link is in the comments to our Facebook page. Drop us a DM and then we'll speak to you in person. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I'll speak to you off here anyway, Ginge. But yeah, if she wants to, then that's awesome. And guys, you don't have to do it via live either. You know, you can let them know that we can do a video call recorded and then put it up, so you don't have to feel like the pressure. Not that anyone's bad in it. Everyone's always got love, and if they haven't, well, Glenn is so on it. I don't even get to see the comments half the time. Oh, that's amazing, Howard. I'm really glad you've turned your life around and things are good for you. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Tease. I speak 64 languages. I know. I know. She's so good. She's like having 10 mods, like it's mad. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I hope you have a good evening. And yeah, we'll chat again tomorrow. Right, guys, I'm gonna shoot off. Really appreciate you all coming in. And Ginger, who's in the comments tonight, she's did you just say you speak? Yeah, I'm taking the mic. I obviously don't. Someone commented how many languages do you speak? So I said 64. Um, bye, Sophie. Thank you for coming in. Bye, Lisa. Oh, hang on. Yes, did we do the drug and alcohol course together? I just want to say thank you for helping me with reading the cards out, what we had to do every day. I'm dyslexic. Oh, you're welcome, Emily. You're so welcome. And I'm glad you did it and you grew and grew on that course massively. Thank you, Samantha. Uh, oh, enjoy, teas. Sounds banging. Night, Howard. Thank you for joining. Yes, Ginger's coming. Well, Trees, she comes up in here. Thanks for your time. Oh, thank you. No, thank you for you guys, because I'd be sat here talking to myself really if you guys didn't come in. So it's a two-way thing. So much love as always. Thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow night.